Dear students, so good to be back with you after a very long time. Hope you are looking after yourself, taking good care of yourself and constantly developing your personalities. The topic for the day is corporate etiquettes. You might say, etiquettes, etiquettes, etiquettes. मैम कितने टाइम से सिर्फ etiquettes के ही बारे में बात कर रही हैं? What is wrong with her? But dear students, manners and etiquettes इतना important topic है, क्या करें? You cannot develop your personality without learning manners and etiquettes. And manners and etiquettes is required in so many different areas of your life. Therefore, I repeat again, the meaning of etiquettes is manners, एक ढंग काम करने का, एक तरीका काम करने का, एक सलीका काम करने का, बात करने का और behave करने का. This manners and etiquettes is very, very important. The topic that we are going to deal with today is corporate etiquettes. But we have already talked about family etiquettes earlier. We have seen how following certain etiquettes within the family setup creates such a beautiful atmosphere within the family. The family members are so happy and there is a close bonding between the members and they enjoy a fulfilling and an enriching family life. At the same time, not following the family etiquettes creates a lot of disturbances and conflicts within the family setup. It creates sometimes mental disturbances and depression in the minds of the family members. So much is the importance of manners and etiquettes. So don't you think if manners and etiquettes are so important in the family setup, the same is the importance in the corporate setup also. In your workplace also, the manners and etiquettes are as important. A person might be very high on technical skills. उसकी knowledge अपने subject की बहुत high हो सकती है. But if he is not high on soft skills, he is not going to progress very much ahead. A person who is high on technical skills as well as soft skills, that is communication skills, decision making, etiquettes, his career graph is going to go zooming up very fast. He will progress like anything. He will have success knocking on his door. So dear students, I know all of you want success to knock on your door, isn't it? So for that, you have to learn corporate etiquettes. In fact, you have to learn all kinds of manners and etiquettes and see how your career graph will go zooming up and success is going to be your friend. अच्छा, थोड़ा imagination करते हैं. Imagine, आपने interview दिया है और आपने interview clear कर दिया. My God, you are going to be so happy. You have got a great job offer from a very good company. You are going to be in 7th heaven. You are going to be really happy. And आपकी खुशी का कोई अंदाजा ही नहीं होगा. But your happiness is not going to last for a long time, most of the times. Why? Because there are going to be some doubts in your mind. परसों आपको जॉब ज्वाइन करना है, कंपनी ज्वाइन करना है, वो खुशी थोड़ी कम हो जाएगी क्योंकि इतने सारे डाउट्स और क्वेरीज आपके माइंड में आ जाएंगे. हाउ इज द कंपनी गोइंग टू बी लाइक? हाउ मेनी पीपल आर वर्किंग इन दैट कंपनी? व्हाट जॉब इज गोइंग टू बी गिवन टू मी? इज इट गोइंग टू बी इंटरेस्टिंग, डल, बोरिंग? हाउ शुड आई टॉक टू माई सीनियर्स? हाउ शुड आई टेक वर्क फ्रॉम माई जूनियर्स? हाउ शुड आई इंटरैक्ट विथ माई कलीग्स? ओ माई गॉड, इतने सारे सवाल और आपकी खुशी थोड़ी सी कम हो जाएगी. आई डोंट वॉन्ट दिस टू हैपन. आई डोंट वॉन्ट योर हैप्पीनेस टू डिमिनिश. What I want from you is that when you step into the corporate world, you should step not with doubt, but full of confidence. ये confidence कहाँ से आएगा? This confidence is going to come. Are you going to get some kind of a sharp के notes जो आते हैं, कुंजी जो आती है? ऐसी कोई कुंजी आपको कोई नहीं देगा कंपनी में जाने से पहले. ये सिर्फ आपको knowledge collect करने से आएगी, knowledge of corporate etiquettes. So dear students, please pay attention to each and every point. I'm not giving you too many points, but these points are very, very important. They will prepare you for entering into the corporate world with confidence. And you just have to be well dressed, enter with confidence, and you will enjoy your corporate journey. So let us see which is the first point that you have to keep in mind. The first point that you have to keep in mind is analyze your personality thoroughly. You must remember that all of us are very, very different. God has made all human beings very different. We are all unique creatures. That's very fine. The world is such a beautiful place because we are all so different. But because of this, we all have different interests. We can do different jobs very nicely. So it is very important for each one of us to explore our personalities. We should know what are our strengths. What is it that you really enjoy doing the best? What is it in which you can give better work than the others? What are your interests? What are your strengths? What is your USP? What is your unique selling point? आप अगर ये एनालिसिस करोगे तो आपको पता चलेगा आपका एरिया ऑफ इंटरेस्ट क्या है. उस हिसाब से आप अपना जॉब सिलेक्ट कर सकते हो. Well, 100% of the times it is not possible, but most of the times you can do it. So it is a good idea and good etiquette to analyze your personality. Just to give you an example, for example, if you are computer savvy, you get excited with the computer, you can do a lot of productive work with the computer, you can take up works behind the computer. Everybody does not enjoy the computer. But if you have that capability, take up the work with the computers because computers excite you. If you are a technical person, you are a techie, then you can take up technical jobs because you enjoy that. Well, all people are not technical. They might not like the computers. They are very creative minded. They are so creative, they need some creative stimulus. So they can take up work in advertising agencies or human resources or teaching and training. Then there are people who are not technical at all and who may not be very creative, but they are service oriented. They want to give service to the society. So you have a whole range of hospitals which are available, NGOs which are working. You can take up jobs with these agencies. And then the media is always there. You can take up work with the radio or television or press. The media is always there for those who are interested. The point that I'm trying to make over here is try and select the job which interests you. What you are passionate about, go for that. Well, 100% of the times, this rule might not be applicable. Because most of the times, money is the bottom line. काम की ज़रूरत है, जो काम सामने आया, कर लिया. Well, at that point, this rule is not going to apply. But the times, there will be a lot of times when you do have a choice, तो उस time ये analysis आपके काम में आएगा. But आपको personality analysis करके रखना चाहिए. Main thing you should analyze is what is it that you are good at? What is it that you are best at? And what is so unique about you? This analysis will always help you. The next point, very important point as far as your workplace is concerned or your organization is concerned, this point is related to housekeeping. The point is a place for everything and everything in its place. ये इतना important rule है that if you follow this rule, it has been proven that the productivity of the people goes up 4 or 5 times just by keeping the things in the right place at the right time. And this rule is so important that if you do not follow this rule, there is so much of chaos and confusion which can happen within the organization. I will give you a simple example. ये आपके साथ भी हुआ होगा. Sometimes you have gone to somebody's house and वहाँ से भाग जाने का मन करता है. You don't feel like sitting over there. Why so? चीजें सब बिखरी पड़ी हैं, किताबें बिखरी पड़ी हैं, कपड़े बिखरे पड़े हैं और कोई भी चीज अपनी जगह पे नहीं है, डस्टिंग नहीं हुई है, बहुत गंदगी है, क्या आपको वहां बैठने का मन करेगा? क्या आपको कुछ बातचीत करने का मन करेगा? बिल्कुल नहीं. काम करना तो बहुत दूर की बात है. एक स्टेट ऑफ कंफ्यूजन जो आप देख रहे हो बाहर, आपके माइंड में भी वो स्टेट ऑफ टोटल कंफ्यूजन आ जाएगा. नाउ इमेजिन द सेम सिचुएशन इन एन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. ऑर्गेनाइजेशन और कंपनीज में तो कितना सारा सामान और होता है एज कंपेयर टू योर हाउस. It can be 20 times, 50 times, 100 times. So much material, so much tools, equipment. If all these things are not kept in the proper order, in the proper place, how much confusion will happen within the organization? Productivity will go low and there will be constant conflicts and fights between the people. In fact, some of the good organizations have a very good system of labeling. They label, put the labels, and the things are put back under those labels. They do regular sorting in regular intervals of time. Old things are discarded, and you get good money for scrap also. Housekeeping, cleanliness is very, very important for your productivity. Do not underestimate the importance of this very, very simple thing. In fact, this therapy has been suggested by some of the therapists to mental patients. Mental patients, when they go for therapy, the therapist suggests that आप जरा आज थोड़ी क्लीनिंग करो और सही चीजें सही ढंग से अपने कबर्ड में लगाओ. This simple technique, when the patients follow and they see that they are sorting the things out, when they see the sorting and the cleanliness and the organization outside of themselves, automatically, mentally also they feel sorted, they feel organized, and it helps them. Well, I'm not saying that you or me or all of us are mental patients, but it is a therapy. And you feel better when you keep the right thing at the right place, at the right time. Don't forget that. You feel sorted. Don't we all want to feel sorted? So whether it is your home or whether it is the company, it is your responsibility to sort out things and keep it in the right manner. You see how it is going to affect your work, and you see how it is going to affect your emotional state. Try it if you don't believe it. Okay, let us come to the next point, that is very important point, open-minded approach towards training. Training is a very, very important area which has been taken up by organizations today. The organizations have realized that their most important resource is the human resource. It is the most important resource, and it is the most complicated resource also. The organizations have realized that they must look after this resource, because if they look after this resource, only then they are going to get work out of this resource. Therefore, they organize lots of training programs for their employees. The training which is given can be of different types. Technical training can be there, or training on soft skills can be given to the people. Soft skills is decision making, change management, communication skills. So many different types of trainings are given to the people. Now, what is your role in it? Your role in this is that you must have an open-minded approach towards training. Attend to karo training program. Lot of times there is a very negative approach to the training which has been given by the management. Management is spending lot of money on training. They are calling experts from various fields. They can be local level, national level, international level. Money is spent. If you go there with a closed mind, what are you going to receive? You will not receive anything. Your mind is like a parachute. Do you know a parachute? A parachute cannot work when it is closed. अगर parachute closed है और कोई parachute use करेगा, ऊपर से नीचे गिरेगा, मर जाएगा वो. It has to be open. Your mind is also like a parachute. It will work when it is open. अगर आप ओपन माइंड से ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम में जाते हो तब आप कुछ रिसीव कर सकते हो. You must realize that definitely management is doing it for their benefit. The productivity is going to go high, but you are also going to receive something. एक opportunity मिली है आपको, एक मौका मिला है कुछ लर्न करने का. कभी भी कुछ लर्न करने का मौका मिलता है, उसको गवाना नहीं चाहिए. Because knowledge is definitely always going to be useful to you. So go with an open-minded approach in a training program. I will just give you one small example of a completely negative approach towards a training program. Once I was conducting a training program for the employees, middle management in an organization, and the exercise which was being conducted was on perception, wherein I had to show a picture of a skull, a skeleton. The exercise was on the fact कि यही पिक्चर आप दो ढंग से देख सकते हो. फर्स्ट शॉट में इट लुक्स लाइक अ स्कल, एंड इन द नेक्स्ट शॉट इफ यू लुक एट द पिक्चर वेरी क्लोजली, इट इज अ वुमन हु इज सीइंग हरसेल्फ इन द मिरर. इस एक्सरसाइज का मतलब और लेसन ये था कि आप एक ही सिचुएशन को दो ढंग से देख सकते हो, पॉजिटिव या नेगेटिव. इट इज योर चॉइस. या आप इसमें स्कल देखो या आप इसमें ब्यूटिफुल वुमन सीइंग हरसेल्फ इन द मिरर देखो. चॉइस आपकी है. So it was a post-lunch session, and this exercise took about 3 hours to conduct this exercise. And when I asked the workers or the employees for the feedback, one of them got up and told me, not in a rude manner, but he told me, "Madam, आपने जो वो खोपड़ी दिखाया ना, वो आप मैनेजमेंट को दिखाओ. हमको दिखाने की जरूरत नहीं है, क्योंकि हम तो चेंज होने वाले नहीं हैं. आप हमारे पेमेंट का कुछ कर सकते हो, वेरी गुड. अदरवाइज थैंक यू वेरी मच." Don't you think this is such a negative approach towards training? The person, the employee working in that organization for the past 25 years, having so much of vengeance and pent-up feeling against the management, is very, very bad etiquette. It is not only bad etiquette, it is going to harm your mental health, because you are going to the organization for the past 25 years every day, और इतनी negative feeling है आपके अंदर towards the organization. If you have some issues, I'm not saying you might not have problems. You definitely might have problems, but sort it out. Management is always giving you a chance to talk. Management is always giving you forums, training programs. उसमें आप discussion कर सकते हो. लेकिन अंदर ही अंदर negative feelings रखना is not good etiquette at all. So please have an open-minded approach towards training, and please keep positivity in your mind towards the workplace where you are going every day. Work is worship, and the place where you are going for work is your temple. That is the attitude that you must have. That is good etiquette. Let us go on to the next point, that is comparison. Every day when you are going to your organization, कितने लोग वहाँ काम कर रहे हैं, और all the time if you are observing the people who are better than you, more intelligent than you, जिनको promotion मिल गया और मुझे क्यों नहीं मिला, these kind of thoughts if you are getting, if you are constantly comparing yourself with people who are excelling, इससे कोई फायदा नहीं होने वाला है. You are only going to collect inferiority complex. You must learn from the people who are better than you, definitely, but constantly अपने आप को compare करके और एक हीन भावना अपने अंदर पैदा करके, ये अच्छी बात नहीं है. This is bad etiquette. That is going to affect your mental health. The only competition that you have is with yourself. Your attitude should be, I have done my best today. Tomorrow I will be better than this. Day after I will be better than this. All of us have strengths and weaknesses. Remember, there will always be a person smarter than you, more intelligent than you, more skilled than you. कोई बात नहीं. We can learn from them. कंपैरिजन करने की क्या जरूरत है? That is not good etiquette. So don't compare. Learn from people who are better than you. And if at all you do have to compare yourself, then compare yourself with people who are less intelligent and less skilled than you. Then you will feel better. At least inferiority complex तो नहीं होगा आपको. Okay, let us go on to the next point. Yes, this is also a very, very important point, a very sensitive issue as far as the companies are concerned. And this is also a golden rule. Imagine that your company is having an audit every day. Audit is a very sensitive issue in the companies. Let me give you again a very, very simple example. Once I went to my friend's house. Her name is Pradnya. And when I went to her house, she was very happy to see me. But she was very busy cleaning the house, under the beds, the cobwebs, the dusting. And it seems the housemaid had not come that day. But she was so busy. But she was going on talking to me. She was enjoying my company also because we met after a very long time. But वो अपनी cleaning नहीं छोड़ रही थी. I said, Pradnya, क्या बात है? इतना क्यों बिजी हो आप? छोड़ दो इसको, हम लोग बैठते हैं, बाहर जाते हैं कहीं. नो 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 नो, शी सेड, कल मेरी सासू माँ आ रही हैं और मुझे सब स्पिक एंड स्पैन रखना है, इतनी सी भी डर्ट होनी नहीं चाहिए. आई सेड, ओ इज दैट द केस? आई जस्ट हैपन टू आस्क, कितने टाइम बाद आप ये बेड के नीचे क्लीनिंग कर रहे हो? ओ मुझे 6 महीने से टाइम नहीं मिला, मैं इतना बिजी थी. सो just think, are you cleaning the house for your mother-in-law? Is it not your personal rule that you want the underside of the bed to be clean? You want your cobweb to be clean? You want everything to be spick and span? Why should Pradnya do it only for the mother-in-law? It should be your personal rule. जो आपका पर्सनल रूल है वो आपको हमेशा फॉलो करना चाहिए. आपकी मदर-इन-लॉ आ रही है, not because of that. मदर इन लॉ का एग्जाम्पल मैं इसीलिए दे रही हूं बिकॉज यू कैन इक्वेट इट विद द ऑडिटर्स कमिंग टू योर कंपनी. जब ऑडिटर्स कंपनी में आते हैं क्या हलचल होती है आपको देखना चाहिए. हाउसकीपिंग, मेंटेनेंस, सारे डिपार्टमेंट्स एकदम अलर्ट हो जाते हैं और काम 2-3 दिन में पता नहीं क्या से क्या हो जाता है. ऐसा क्यों? Why should it be a rule that only when the auditors are coming that you have to be on the alert? It should be a personal rule. Fused bulbs, broken chairs, broken table, torn curtains, old calendars, ये सब has to be done, has to be cleaned, revamped on a regular basis because we all are people, we all like cleanliness. We should not wait for the auditors to come. The point I'm trying to make over here is that it is everyone's responsibility to keep the place around us neat and clean. If each one of us take this responsibility, हमको mother-in-law से डरने की जरूरत नहीं है, हमको auditors से डरने की जरूरत नहीं है, क्योंकि ये हमारा personal rule है. Just think about this point. Please do not work with fear. It should be a pleasure when your mother-in-law is coming to your house, or it should be a pleasure when your auditors are coming to your house. Show them the place with pride. Okay? But for that, you have to keep your housekeeping in a very, very nice shape. Next one, very important point again. Again, a very bad etiquette when people complain. Do not complain. People are complaining all the time. ये ठीक नहीं है, salaries ठीक नहीं है, boss ठीक नहीं है, organization ठीक नहीं है. My God, how much of energy is spent in complaining every day? Do you know each time that you complain, you are producing a lot of negative energy. आप complaint में इतनी energy spend करोगे तो आप solution कहाँ से निकालोगे? Solution निकालने की energy कहाँ से बचेगी आपके अंदर? So keep your energy for solving everything in a very, very creative manner. Whenever you have an obstacle, whenever you have a problem, don't say it is a problem. Don't say it is an obstacle. say that it is a challenge. It is a challenge for me. I am going to solve this in a very, very creative manner. I will give you an example again of this creative solution, simple solution, which came up in a training program. Sometimes complaints happen because of lack of communication. एक दूसरे के साथ बैठ के डिस्कशन नहीं हुआ है, चर्चा नहीं हुई है प्रॉब्लम के बारे में, इसकी वजह से प्रॉब्लम कंप्लेंट्स चलती जा रही हैं. फॉर 2 months, 3 months, 1 year. बैठ के बात करो, सॉर्ट आउट करो, सोल्यूशन डेफिनेटली निकलेगा. Once I was conducting a program on time management for an organization. The HR person of that organization was complaining, Madam, बहुत time waste हो रहा है, कहीं तो waste हो रहा है, productivity is going very, very low. And when I was speaking to the workers, I didn't directly tell them what the management told me, but they had complaints against the management. Management is not looking after us, madam. इतनी गर्मी है और हमको ठंडा पानी पीने को नहीं मिलता है और हमको बार बार बाहर जाना पड़ता है शॉप फ्लोर से पानी पीने के लिए. इतनी सिंपल सी बात. Put 2 and 2 together and the solution, the solution came. I told the HR manager, you sit with me over here when I'm conducting the program on time management and you give me the solution. उनकी बात गलत तो नहीं थी. गर्मी के दिन है, इतना काम कर रहे हैं, पानी तो चाहिए, ठंडा पानी तो चाहिए, इतनी बड़ी कंपनी है, ठंडा पानी तो मिलना चाहिए ना वर्कर्स को. आफ्टर द होल प्रोग्राम आई आस्क्ड द एचआर पर्सन, आपका ये जो इश्यू चल रहा है, इतना टाइम वेस्ट हो रहा है, इतना प्रोडक्टिविटी डाउन हो रही है, आपको समझ में आया इसका सोल्यूशन क्या है? यस मैडम, हम एक फ्रिज वर्कशॉप में रख देंगे, उनके शॉप फ्लोर में रख देंगे. तो उनको बाहर बार बार जाने की, एवरी वर्कर इज लूजिंग आउट 5 minutes, 10 minutes. That was the solution. Just keep the refrigerator in the workshop so that they don't lose out on that time that they are going out, and plus they get cold water to drink. इस चीज को 1 साल क्यों लगा? क्योंकि the management and the workers are not communicating. They needed a third person to come, conduct a program on time management, and then they found a solution कि रेफ्रिजरेटर वहां पे रखना है. सॉल्यूशंस कभी कभी बहुत सिंपल होते हैं. प्रॉब्लम सॉल्यूशन में नहीं होती है, प्रॉब्लम कम्युनिकेशन में होती है. सो प्लीज कीप योर कम्युनिकेशन चैनल्स ओपन. डोंट बी इन द कंप्लेनिंग मोड. सॉल्यूशंस हमेशा निकलेंगे. कम्युनिकेट करो, थोड़ा सोचो प्रॉब्लम के बारे में, डेफिनेटली सॉल्यूशन निकलेगा. We can take the inspiration from Lord Ganesha for problem solving. Lord Ganesha is intelligent, he is wise, and he is 100% committed, and he is very creative in solving problems. Now, a person who takes inspiration from Lord Ganesha is known as a Ganesha manager. I coin him as a Ganesha manager. A Ganesha manager will never complain. He is 100% committed to his job. Complaint or cribbing uske muh se kabhi niklegi nahi. He likes people. He likes all different kinds of people. He can work with anybody. And he loves to interact with his seniors. He knows how to deal with his seniors, and he knows very lovingly how to take work out of his juniors. He is very wise. He has good judgment, and he is 100% committed to his work. And he is very, very creative. Whenever there is a problem, he takes it as a challenge. He will never complain. Arey, ye kahan se problem ho gayi, and this is your mistake, and this is your mistake. No, he will always say, this is my problem, and I am going to solve it. You should be like a Ganesha manager. Manager does not mean that you have to be a departmental head, or you have to be a CEO of a company, or you have to be a leader. We are all leaders because we are always surrounded by people. We are always surrounded by problems. You have 2 choices when you have a problem. Either you keep blaming each and every one, or you take it upon yourself. देखते हैं इसके बारे में हम क्या कर सकते हैं. Then you become a Ganesha manager. Then you become a leader. And then you become in charge of solving that particular problem. Isn't it a beautiful etiquette? Isn't it a beautiful thought? If you take charge that ये मेरी प्रॉब्लम है. In fact, a leader, whenever there is a problem or obstacle in front, किसी और की भी प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है, लेकिन he is so charged up. He says, ये मुझे सॉल्व करना है, देखते हैं कैसे सॉल्व कर सकते हैं. तो ये एटीट्यूड अगर आपका होगा कंपनी में, people are going to respect you, people are going to love you, and you are never going to be in the complaining mode. Complain तो कभी करना ही नहीं है. In fact, creatively solutions निकालने हैं आपको. This is very, very important. Next one, very important etiquette. Keep the work-life balance. Work-life means your professional life and your personal life. उसमें एक बैलेंस होना चाहिए. पर्सनल लाइफ भी बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट है और प्रोफेशनल लाइफ भी बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट है. कुछ लोग प्रोफेशन में इतना खो जाते हैं, दे बिकम वर्कोहॉलिक्स. दे get addicted maybe to power, to money, their profession, work, everything. Family life is neglected. Some people quit work completely. Lack of promotion, कुछ प्रॉब्लम हो जाती है वर्क प्लेस पे, डिसइंटरेस्ट हो जाता है वर्क में, छोड़ देते हैं, काम ही नहीं करते हैं. Now both of these things are bad. It's bad etiquette. You must have a good healthy family life and you must have a good working life as well. Once I had Mrs. Chauhan coming into my counseling center. When I observed her, I said, she is coming from a good family, good sari, good bag, everything, but her face is not very happy. I read this through her body language. I could make out she was not looking very happy, although she seemed like she was working in a very good company. So I called her into my center and I started talking to her. And when I started talking to her, I realized that she is working at a very, very high post. Then I asked her, Mrs. Chauhan, what happened? You're not happy. She said, I have worked so hard for achieving this in my life. And now that I have achieved this, my family does not seem to be happy with me. My children are always complaining. मम्मी तो कभी होती ही नहीं है घर में, हमको सब कुछ मैनेज करना पड़ता है. My husband is always complaining. When I get the movie tickets, she is not there. When I have to go out for a party, she is not there. What should I do? What did I do all these things for? मेरे घर में कोई happiness ही नहीं है. तो ये situation कभी आनी नहीं चाहिए. After all, we are working very hard at the end of the day for the happiness of ourselves and for the happiness of our family. अगर ये balance life का चला जाएगा, किसी चीज का कोई मतलब नहीं रहेगा. So it is up to you how you have to keep this balance alive. Okay, that is very, very important. The next one, the next point which is very important, learn how to manage your boss. Boss management is a very, very important technique. Please remember, a boss is a boss is a boss. When you are going for a job, definitely you are going to have a boss. वहाँ आप बॉस का करेक्शन करने नहीं जा रहे हो, उसको सुधारने नहीं जा रहे हो, उसको मैनेज करना है. If you start correcting your boss, then the next day you are going to be out of your job. You are not to correct your boss, you are to manage him. Remember that the boss is very fond of his own voice. So very diplomatically, you have to learn how to manage your boss. I will just give you a small example. You have to learn the psychology of your boss, and that is how you have to learn how to manage your boss. There was a secretary who was very, very efficient in her work. And she had a diary where she had written the birth dates of the boss, Mr. X. So morning 8:30, the birthday. Sir, wish you a very happy birthday. I'm so happy that it's your birthday. And in the evening, I'm going to get a cake. I'll give you a bouquet. I'll give you flowers. Mr. X was very happy. And he told her, thank you very much. थोड़े दिन बाद, after 6 months, the boss changes. Secretary की efficiency वही है. She calls up Mr. Y. Sir, 8:30 in the morning, she calls up. Sir, wish you a very happy birthday. I'm so happy to call you up. What is Mr. Y's reaction? Why did you call me up at 8:30 in the morning? Don't you know? This is my personal time. You are not supposed to call me up at this time. I'm coming to the office. सेक्रेटरी तो बेचारी बहुत एफिशिएंट है, उसने वही एफिशिएंसी यूज करी, लेकिन साइकोलॉजी मिस्टर एक्स और मिस्टर वाई दोनों की साइकोलॉजी, दोनों का मेंटल मेकअप अलग है. सो इट इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू अंडरस्टैंड what kind of a person your boss is, and accordingly you have to change your reactions towards your boss. Accordingly you have to manage your boss. इसमें कोई रूल्स नहीं है, आपको थोड़ा अपना कॉमन सेंस यूज करना है. So just let me summarize a few points for you, and but before I summarize the points, let me just give you your assignments. Assignment number 1, write down in not less than 250 words the biography of Mr. Dhirubhai Ambani. थोड़ा रिसर्च करना पड़ेगा आपको इसके ऊपर. I'll repeat again. Write down in not less than 250 words the biography of Mr. Dhirubhai Ambani. What did you learn from his history? What did you learn from his history? Second assignment, write in 200 or 250 words your retirement plan. Next, do an analysis of your personality type. What are the type of jobs that you can do really well? Next one, what are the things that you normally complain about? How can you change that? What are the things that you normally complain about, and how can you change that? Next, if you are to open up your own unit, what would it be about? If you are to open up your own unit, what would it be about? Next one, human being is the most difficult resource to manage. Elaborate, keeping in mind the corporate house. Now there are about 5 to 6 assignments which are given to you. You have to do any 3 out of these assignments. So dear students, I have given you a few, very few, but very important tips. Keep these tips in mind, dress up very well, keep these tips in mind, and step into the corporate house full of confidence and positive energy. Thank you very much.